Hey you guys, welcome to today's video. This is a viewer request to read on and Pierre. I have a specific topic up front. By the time you see the title of this video, you'll kind of get a gist of what I'll be tapping into for him. I thought that it might be more appropriate for me to use a deck to pick the topic I should be tapping into for this reading that can be publicly shared. Everything said in today's reading is for entertainment purposes only and all alleged until proven otherwise. I will be asking about Tiana Taylor toward the end of the reading. All right, so we have marriage. And then I do want to share, we have adjudication here at the bottom. We have marriage here in the center, which is telling me that it could be a marriage, it could be an agreement or a collaboration. But then his past position, we have a mature woman. So this could be someone that is maybe in his age range or someone that's older, or it could be a mother figure. And then this is his future position. We have expectation and family room. So it feels like he may be someone that is looking to marriage, start a family. I do know that he has one child, a son. So it's like he's expecting to have a family. It's like he wants to be in a settle down energy, because I'm also seeing the picture he took with him and his family. It was him and his siblings and his parents. And so it feels like that's something that he does want for himself. So that's what we'll be tapping in on today for the tarot cards. I do want to close with the adjudication card as well to kind of add on to the message, with marriage being present, mature being past, and then also expectation here. Also, as I'm looking at mature woman, I'm also getting the download that this could be his mother, kind of being someone that is either talking to him about settling down or maybe trying to put him with someone. But it feels like this is actually his mother in this energy, wanting him to settle down and have his own family. Family expectations here of them getting married, or him getting married to someone. We'll confirm that as always. So I'm going to take this off the table and we'll get straight into the oracle cards and the tarot. Here and here. And then we have closure here at the bottom. So immediately for clickbait, I was starting to see Tiana Taylor. So it feels like this has something to do with her, with his current energy here at the top of his energy right now. We have payday, him working, and I believe he is currently touring with a play or a production currently. So that's in his energy as well. Making money is on the side along with the movies that he does. But it feels like that he treats these productions as a side hustle for him. It's not, of course, his primary form of income, but something he is very invested in doing to make more money. But I feel like arts, even in his energy before I started this reading, he feels like somebody that when he consumes art or makes art, he wants to feel and he wants to make other people feel. It doesn't feel like he does this for just accolades. Art, to me, when it comes to him, it feels like this is something he's truly passionate about. He feels like someone that is a very well learned student of the arts. It feels like for this one, this is something that has ended. It was toxic, it was not what it seemed to be, but it came to an end. And I do know, at least specifically to Tiana, I believe it was back in December, there was the announcement that they were no longer together. Yeah, all right. So we have friend zone, platonic trap, unbothered, calm attitude. So they may have not even been getting along well, and even in the relationship. I'm hearing the word like polarizing, so they may just both going into it just have very polarizing personalities with one another. And then I had a couple of cards flip out as I was shuffling. I have It's a Match, Cloud Chaser, Divine Timing. So this was all meant to play out the way that it did. Perfect timing when it's meant to be. Let's see at the bottom. This is how I really feel. No filter. Cloud Chaser, online dating, instant attraction. So yeah, like everything was good in the beginning. Instantly we clicked. Our personalities seem to go together very well. I wonder what her sign is, because he is a Gemini. It wasn't meant to last the way that it did. It kind of came and went. That's just really all there is to it. Instant connection. I feel like it just didn't have enough slow build up for them to truly get to know one another. But yeah, I don't think that it was meant to work out anyways. So now I want to go into the marriage card that I pulled earlier and the family expectations. So clarify the marriage card. Mirror, mirror facing yourself, reflective relationship, self awareness. Present position is him kind of viewing marriage as a way of breaking cycles. In the energy, it feels like his mother or an important female figure in his life, they didn't like this breakup with him and Tiana. Like, I feel like they were preparing for this to be marriage. This would be an opportunity for you both, and for you especially, to be married to someone of your caliber. Like, I feel like they just were excited about the prospect of him being in a potentially a serious monogamous relationship. But once it broke up, not really happy about it. Like with his tears, that's immediately what I was getting. And they may have even allegedly been trying to set him up with people for a while now, with a secret admirer here. Like, I wouldn't say arranged marriages, but kind of like, we'll set you on a blind date, or I know this girl that really likes you. Maybe you should go out with her. But in his future, though, it's like he's just kind of doing his own thing. He feels like somebody that goes to the beat of his own drum. Like he appreciates the love and support from his support system, but he's still going to do what he wants to do. It's also something in the energy of them wanting him to settle down so that he does have a mother figure for his child, allegedly as well. Like somebody that's going to be a consistent, stable relationship. But it's like they just really want a very solidified family unit across the board. With him, it's like he's just kind of doing his own thing. It's like he wants to do it his way. Yeah, he wants to do it his way. It's like he's trusting his own intuition, just to even navigate the dating pool and who he's dating. It's like he's just trying to figure out what God has for him, trusting his intuition. Probably why we had the divine timing a minute ago, where things had to end between him and Tiana. He was just trusting his intuition at the end of the day. All right, that's it for the oracle. Let's move on to the tarot. Let's tap into the marriage first, and then I'll go and do the rundown of everything else. Marriage card. Currently crowning him with that marriage card became too much for him to bear, this offer that was made for them to be together. Because at some point, like I said, things were really good. They had something going on from an emotional level. He may have been the one to initiate them even being in a relationship. Like at the end of the day, it became too much for him. It feels like he had to defend himself, Seven of Wands. So why would he have to defend himself? I'm hearing the word mother. All right, so we have Knight of Swords to the Ace of Wands. It's like this was a wish fulfilled for him and the energy when they were in the relationship at the onset. But things just really happened very fast for them. Like it was very fast momentum. There's some alleged sexual type of energy as well. Things were happening like way too fast. And I'm also hearing for him. Since this is at the top of the energy, we'll just go ahead and tap into Tiana and him. What's the real reason for him and Tiana breaking up? Why did it end? All right, so we have Queen of Cups to Four of Pentacles here. All right, so now we have Knight of Wands. We have three knights on the table. With the knights showing up the way that they are, we have three knights. It could also be a meeting or a gathering of men in the energy. What I'm about to say is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. In my opinion, because we have not had a King of Cups come up in a certain way, I would allege that he may have some interest in the opposite sex, allegedly, with all these phallic symbols. And then we have three knights on the table. I'm going to leave that there, okay? Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. I'm not even going to say anything else. So I'm going to leave that right there. But if we do have a card indicating and confirming that, I will point that out as always. It's either that or things are just kind of moving very rapid. It's like he was just kind of worried or just very stubborn with the relationship overall. He feels like somebody that would have an issue and he may bring it up, but it's like he won't press it. Like, oh, okay, I guess that's how it's going to be. Yeah, I just don't think that he was really going to press the issue with Tiana. Like, he gives me kind of take it or leave it type of energy. Like, he may have tried to defend himself when it came to her, but at the end of the day, like, it doesn't feel like that was something that was a priority to him because, like I said, it just feels very fast. Intuitively, though, he just knew it was not going to last at the end of the day because it was so fast. Or this sexual energy, all these wands, okay? But then at some point, they stopped talking as much. They feel like, in my opinion, like something that started off situational, but then turned into a relationship, allegedly. Maybe a couple of more, and then I'm going to tap out of that before we get too deep into the trenches. Six of Swords. Yeah, he was willing to put up with enough of it to benefit from it. But it's like he had to fight in the relationship. Not literally fight, but just kind of fight to stay in it. Like kind of pushing through his word, like inner turmoil about it. Like on the inside, like you don't see yourself with them. It's like you have to just be honest with yourself about it. Because he was ready to leave the toxic energy, the situation that they had. How does Tiana view Aaron at this time? How does she perceive him at this time? All right, so we have Ace of Cups, Five of Cups. And then we have Queen of Wands reversed. In my opinion, it feels like she did have some emotional for him. I feel like also they did have some great sex between the two of them. This Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. We have the man and the woman. I'm not going to describe the symbols with the anatomy, but you kind of can guess what I mean by that. But it's like she has some regret about it, about how they started off, how things kind of ended as well. Because the Queen of Wands in reverse is telling me that she did not like the fact that they went public the way they did. Looking back at how fast they moved, it's like she would have probably done it a little bit different. But because they announced it the way that they did, they had to roll out. It's like telling your friend that you have a boyfriend, but then y'all break up the next week. Like you could have just kept it in until you knew y'all were really serious. Yeah. They both just left a toxic situation. At some point, maybe they even both knew that it was time to just kind of end it. We're not going to start a family. Let's just go ahead and dead the relationship now before too many parties get involved. Because I'm also seeing her daughter. I don't know what his son looks like. So it's like they don't want to have this impact their children, but their families overall. Just a clean break. So now we're going to go into the marriage card from the mother figure in his life. Why is that at the top of his energy? All right, so we have Two of Swords. And then we have King of Wands here. It's like he's still trying to figure out how to deal with the breakup situation. So kind of worried about public perception, even though it happened months ago. It's like kind of, I don't know at this point whether or not somebody has asked him maybe during the press run about the relationship and how it ended. It's like he's still reeling from everything that happened with that, not because it was not a successful relationship, and that's why it's at the top of his energy. Like your parents expecting you to be married and have children, and then you get out of your relationship that they thought was going to be what they hoped and dreamed of. It's like now they're going to be looking to you again. Okay, where's she at? Where's your wife? Where are your children? So it's like the pressure is still going to be on for him. So it feels like he's hoping that he's going to have someone else come into the picture, someone that he could be dealing with or considering dealing with, planning on it to kind of recover from this. But it's like he just wants people to stop talking about the relationship that he had with Tiana allegedly, because he's going to be taking a leap of faith at some point here soon. It could be a project, it could be a relationship, but it's just something that he wants to plan out, that he's going to be hoping is going to take both the pressure and also the eyes off of his past dealings. Like he just does not want that to overshadow anything that he has coming up. He's just ready for the cycle to close. And then Four of Cups. Currently, his obstacles, it's like he wants to go into a new direction. Like I said, it's like he's just planning to take a leap for something, planning, working on a project, something new could be coming. But it's like he's trying to figure out where to go, what to do right now. He may be making some offers to people, Four of Cups, but no one's kind of taking the bait. But is this a relationship or is this a actual project? Is this a relationship or a project? All right, so we have Seven of Wands, a Page of Swords. I don't know why I keep getting like this defensive energy off of him, because we've had Seven of Wands come out twice, and that could be like fighting, taking a stance, standing your ground. And then Page of Swords could be battle in a sense. Why is he defending himself? Why is he defending himself? Yeah, like I don't. He feels very defensive right now, and it's also challenging him too, defending himself against two. Ooh, it feels like again like this is his family coming up, because immediately I heard father for King of Pentacles. Like his family is just not satisfied with how things have turned out. Like you're just wanting to eat dinner with your folks, and all they do is just bring up when they're gonna see you in a relationship or with a wife, allegedly. Yeah, I do want to point out I had a couple of cards flip out. I'm not gonna go through all of these, but we do have Four of Wands, the Magician, that have just kind of flipped out on me. So Four of Wands, yeah, starting this family because they wanted him to manifest having his own family. Like that is at the top of his energy. All right, and not only is it at the top of his energy, but it is also a current obstacle for him. Judgment. We have two family cards here. Immediately, Ten of Cups, Four of Wands to Judgment. So he could be facing some judgment regarding him not having a family, him not starting this family. And I've talked about this on my channel a number of times on readings, how man or woman, doesn't really matter the gender, how they'll try to set up a marriage or try to be in a marriage so that more doors of opportunity can open up to him. There's also what's feeling like the same energy in his near future, that he may be facing some judgment because he's still a single man, allegedly. Yeah, Hierophant mirrors. He's going to be facing judgment because he is still a single man. Who is he going to be facing judgment from? We have Seven of Pentacles. It could be within himself, because you see somebody that's contemplating here, sitting here, everything they've invested in, how hard they've come, all these accomplishments, but you don't have a stable family of your own to lean on. So it could be not only his family, but it could be him just kind of weighing this against himself too, seeing how far he's come. But this is the one thing he has still not achieved yet, in my opinion. Last thing I do want to ask, because the message keeps just coming back up for him regarding the expectations with his loved ones and with him. What is his public persona versus his private persona? Because he's very private. What is his public persona from the tarot first? Public persona of Pierre. Somebody very emotionally controlled, but still kind of following their inner guidance, not led by anyone but himself. Yeah, somebody that's very artistic as well, which I mentioned at some point in the video, that he feels like somebody that cherishes and values art forms. Private persona. Sorry, I don't want to say what I heard. All right, so we have the Emperor to the Empress for private persona. Let me copy that up. Parents still at the top of his energy when it comes to him privately. They may have some enmeshment in their relationship, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Look up that term if you have never heard of it before. It is a psychological term. Having to conform to what his family may want him to be is feeling like having to have this image so that it appeases your loved ones. Are his parents immigrants or of some type of African descent? Because I do know that he is from the UK. And then we have Queen of Pentacles Yeah, it's like they do try to keep him in this childlike energy when it comes to how he is behind the scenes. But it feels like he has a lot of grounded energy as well with his Queen of Pentacles, two Queen cards to describe him. And with this moon, it feels like there's more to what we see. Even outside of the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like there's definitely more to his private persona that is not being shared. To close it out here, hopefully you've gotten this far. If y'all remember a few minutes ago when I pulled the first layer of cards for the knights, all those knights, allegedly that's also playing a factor into this moon card as well, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. So with that said, I am going to leave it right on here. I really don't have anything else to tap into for him, but I appreciate your support. Thank you to the viewer that requested I read on him. That is all I have. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you guys. Bye.